Are all vehicles built to consume fuel the same way?
No.
No.
Yeah.
Is it true also that the bigger the vehicle, like by sight, these trucks that cut sand all the time, we call them tipper trucks and all that. Is there something about it just because of its size, it should consume more than a Kia Rio LX?
Oh yeah. The engine size matters.
Oh, the engine size matters.
Yes.
So all vehicles are not built the same
No.
when it comes to fuel consumption.
No.
What are the factors that goes in? Some say when your light is too bright, when you go and buy some of these fluorescent lights that are, I don't know, illegal anyway. I know we'll have a time to talk about all that. So when one vehicle's headlight is brighter than the other, does that mean that the one with the brighter headlight is going to consume more fuel than the one with the lower? Let's get into the factors. What are the factors?
Okay, good afternoon once again.
Yeah.
When we talk about fuel consumption or high fuel consumption, it basically means that the manufacturer sets a standard. Let's say they say this vehicle will consume 100 liters or 10 liters per 100 kilometers. Okay, so in town driving, like city driving, you have, let's say, 7 liters per 100 kilometers or 10 liters per highway for 100 kilometers. That's like the normal consumption. But then if it goes beyond that standard, let's say 7 or 10 liters per 100 kilometers, then it means that your vehicle is consuming high fuel, like more than expected. Yeah, and there are over 20 factors that contribute to high fuel consumption, more than 20. Yeah, and something as simple as a deflated tire can contribute to a high fuel consumption.
My surprise too, just like Prissy is reacting. A deflated tire.
Yeah, like a tire that is low on pressure.
When your tire is low on pressure,
yes,
it can contribute to high fuel consumption.
Yes, it can.
Tell us how and why.
This is pure physics, right? And then if your tire is inflated to a normal level, there is less drag. But if it is deflated or if it's low, it takes so much energy to move the vehicle forward. So with that, even something as simple as a low tire pressure will contribute to high fuel consumption.
Wow. So it means you should constantly be making sure your tire pressure is at what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, so if you are driving your vehicle and there's tire pressure on, if it's not that there is a fault with the TPMS system, then you should have it checked. Yeah, you should make sure your tire is at the required standard.
Wow, tell us about some of the fascinating stuff that can lead to high fuel consumption. We're there for you. Over 20, just give us a few.
Okay, so aggressive driving where you speed and then you have to brake intermittently, like you don't drive steadily at a normal acceleration or at a steady acceleration, but you drive like as a over traffic, no rushing, no abu brake. Apart from causing wear to your brakes and tires, it also contributes to high fuel consumption. This is simply because if you step, there is this RPM gauge. So it means if you are stepping on it, it's going beyond a certain level. Let's say 3,000 revolutions per minute. So if it's going beyond that, it means your fuel will consume more than expected. But maybe if you are between 2.5 or 2,500 revolutions per minute on the RPM, you maintain a constant speed and then you are good to go. Yeah.
Oh, so does that also mean that fuel is consumed more in rush hour situations, traffic situations? Because
very much.
Because you move small, you have to stop. You move small during rush hour.
Yeah, that's the ideal position. Like if you are in traffic, that consumes more fuel actually.
Oh.
If you are in traffic, so what is it? Normally the vehicle is supposed to move. So let's say those who even use cars with the ecosystem, the economy system, you realize that if you are in traffic, the eco light even goes off.
Oh.
That green light, if you are in traffic, it goes off. But if you start moving, let's say at a steady distance, it comes on. And if you speed more to, the eco light goes off.
Okay.
So if the eco light is on, your vehicle is...
You're saving fuel.
Yeah. But if the eco light is off, it simply means you are
So
burning
one of
more.
the times that we use fuel most is
Is in
during traffic,
Yes.
situation.
Yeah.
That's when we use fuel the most. How about those who like to rev the engine? Like the car is at one position, and they'll be revving the engine. Hum, 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 hum. I don't know why people do that, but some say, oh, it's a good advice when you wake up in the morning. You need to warm your engine, so they'll sit in the car and wham, 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 wham. Does that also consume fuel?
Yeah, that's
Even though the car is not moving.
That's a very bad practice. That's a very bad practice because the vehicle is designed in such a way that if you're supposed to obtain like optimal operating temperature, as you move, you should get to the normal operating temperature. But just it's like someone is standing and you are trying to push the person. So with that, you even cause engine damage. That thing can lead to an engine damage. Yeah, so it's very bad to rev your engine at the same place. Yeah, it's very bad.
Is fuel used when you are going downhill? You are coming from the top of a hill, what we call free, and you are not on the acceleration.
Yeah, you can see it does.
Fuel is still consumed.
No, fuel there, so long as the engine is running, fuel is being consumed, but it won't be like you accelerating.
Okay.
So it will be less. They are like, and aerodynamics comes into play.
Okay.
Yeah. So sometimes you see that if you are driving at a high speed and your air condition is on, your vehicle actually consumes less fuel as compared to you speeding with your AC off, with your glass down.
With your windows down.
Yeah.
So your vehicle consumes more fuel when you roll up.
No, when you roll up and
No.
you are speeding,
When you roll up and you are speeding,
yeah, your vehicle actually consumes less fuel.
less fuel.
Yes.
But when you let your windows down
And you are speeding,
and you are speeding,
yeah,
your vehicle consumes more.
more fuel.
So
There's more physics.
physics.
Yeah.
So it's all about dragging.
Yeah, dragging.
Because when you let your windows down,
Yeah.
there's more air that gets into the car,
Yes, exactly.
and so it drags it.
Yes.
And so if you want to really speed, you would have to also speed against the dragging.
Yes.
That will result in more fuel consumption.
Consumption, yes.
But when the glasses are up,
Yeah.
the vehicle cuts through the air easier.
Yes.
The aerodynamics comes to play,
Yes.
and therefore you don't use so much.
Yes. Exactly.
Unawaka. So if you think that you are saving fuel by not using your AC, yeah, you lie. If you think you are saving fuel by not using your AC, my people, you are lying to yourself. Roll up if you have AC. Roll up and then move. When you roll down, rather, physics says that the vehicle will drag because the wind will get into the vehicle. I think it's just saying brain behind jet planes when they
Yes.
touch down, they deploy the parachutes
Yes.
so that it drags the
Yeah.
plane to stop because they have a shorter runway.
Yes.
Okay.
It's like when we were kids and you use this cloth, we tie this cloth and then.
Yeah, to create the parachute thing behind
and
as you're
then
running.
As you rate, it drags you back. That's how it works. So you need more
Energy.
energy to like propel through.
Oh, more. Oh, Mo, this is the best revelations we had on this show, so far as fuel consumption is concerned. Please tell us more. The things that will make your vehicle. When you leave your lights on and all that.
Or the light there doesn't.
Okay, it has nothing to do
It
with
has
it.
nothing to do. Because the lighting system also works through the alternator, which is a different thing altogether. Even it doesn't even affect your battery.
Okay.
Unless maybe there is a connection somewhere, or you have bad alternator. Yeah. There's also another thing. Let me talk about this before I forget. Maybe you have an overheating issues, and then you go to the mechanic, and he goes like, "Oh, let's take out the thermostat so that you don't have overheating again." So they take out the thermostat, and then you are driving. That thing consumes a lot of fuel. Yeah, it consumes. This is simply because if the vehicle, there is this cold start. With cold starts, if you are starting the vehicle, you pump in more fuel before it starts. But if the vehicle is already hot and you start, it just starts with less fuel. So if your vehicle, the thermostat is out and is direct, it simply means that you continuously have cold starts and the vehicle won't operate in the optimal temperature. So with that, the vehicle, the control bot will assume is still code and be pumping more fuel, injecting more fuel into the system instead of maybe you have hot temperature and this normal operation system. So direct, like taking out your thermostat also consumes fuel.
So tell your mechanic not to take out your thermostat. They should find the most appropriate way to deal with your overheating, right? Yeah. That's what you're advising. Yeah. Okay. Dirty air filters. Do they have anything to do with fuel consumption?
Yes.
The filters.
Yes, they do.
They do.
They do. Last time we were discussing about the maintenance aspect, and I explained a little about how the air filter works, how it takes a little amount of air and a little amount of fuel. They come together and then there's combustion. But if there is less air or there is leakage even in the air system, it simply means that it will be pumping more fuel than expected. It will be pumping more fuel system because all this thing work with a control board with a lot of transistors and microcontrollers telling it what to pump. So if there's a disruption even in the air and there's check engine, it simply means your vehicle is not operating like it's supposed to. So definitely, let me put it this way, so long as there's check engine on your vehicle, it means it's consuming more fuel than it should. Yeah, and dirty air filter will contribute to the dirty oil or even the right kind of oil. Yes, you see, there is this thing where we are told if your vehicle is aging, use an oil with higher viscosity, like a thicker one. This to prevent leakages. But what actually happens is that the thicker the oil, the more friction you have in the chamber. Yeah, the thicker the oil, you have more friction because it's thick, it's dense, so it won't lubricate like it's supposed to. So that one will take more energy for the pistons to go up and down. But with a lesser viscosity, it's very smooth, so it just goes and you need less energy for your pistons to run.
If I'm almost running out of fuel, trying to find my way to the nearest, fueling station, and I come across wanting to be a good Samaritan, and I come across two different people. One is plus size, the other is not. Who would you advise I offer the lift before I get to my fueling station? In short, in essence, I'm asking, does weight matter in fuel consumption?
It matters a lot.
Weight matters?
Yes. It matters a lot. Like physics again. If you are not carrying anything, it's easier to run.
Yeah.
But if you are carrying XX, it means you need more energy to run at the same distance. Yes. So weight matters. So one of the things people advise in saving fuel is that if you have certain things in your boot or in your vehicle, you need to drop them
to make it lighter.
So weight matters in fuel consumption.
Wow.
Yeah, it matters a lot.
Wow. So in all of this, how can we ensure that our vehicles perform at their optimum best when it comes to fuel consumption? What are the things to do when we visit the mechanic and things that we can do on our own as the users of the vehicles?
Okay, so what every driver or car owner should consider when saving fuel is taking maintenance seriously. Well, if you take care of your maintenance, the mass airflow sensors will be serviced, the air cleaners will be serviced, they'll check all the necessary stuff like oxygen sensors. The one thing that makes your vehicle consume fuel. We are working on this vehicle and then there's check engine lights on. And then it's been worked on. I don't know if it was here or out there. It's a Lexus, and then we realized the connections had been messed up, bad connections, and it's affecting the oxygen sensor. The person says he buys full tank and it takes only 3 days because of oxygen sensor. And this we are talking about in excess of over 1,000 cedis, for a Lexus. So if the person working on your vehicle has no idea about it, you end up buying fuel simply because of certain basic things like oxygen sensors, mass airflow sensors, or air cleaners, like a lot of components. Even bad catalytic converters will also contribute to high fuel consumption. Yeah.
I just received a text message says, first up, please ask Kojo, how about environmental factors like temperature? Because an uncle of mine told me one day, after I asked him for a lift, he told me the sun was too hot, and so he would use too much fuel. Yes, so ask him about that. And I think he said something about drag. Is it the same as the wind resistance? I think it is, right?
Yeah, it is.
And then also ask him, hilly or mountain terrains, how do they affect fuel consumption? So I think we'll start from the temperature. When the weather is hot.
Yeah, there is this school of thought where if the temperature is on, it means you use AC. If the temperature is on, you use AC. So with the AC being on, with the AC aspect, okay, it doesn't mean if you turn on the AC, you're always saving fuel. If you are in town, let's say in traffic, and you turn on your AC, it will consume more. So that only works when you're on the highway. Okay. Because the AC motor also puts load on the engine. So that only works if you are speeding. But if you are in traffic, if you bring your glass down, it will save you fuel. But if you are speeding, with your AC on, it helps. Also with the hilly part, let's go back to physics again. If you are climbing a hill, it takes like
more effort,
and you need more energy to climb. So as you are climbing, it's like load, so your vehicle will consume more fuel. If you are descending to, your leg is not really on the accelerator pedal, you're only controlling your steering and here, so that one also won't consume more fuel. So that's also another thing. Yeah.
Oh, very well. But you were on the maintenance bit.
So the maintenance bits. Also, there is this thing, the fuel filter. Every vehicle has a fuel filter, and if the fuel filter or maintenance is not done, most of the time the fuel filter is in the fuel tank. For petrol cars, diesel cars, that you have it more in the engine bay. So if it's not serviced or maintained properly, with time the debris or the dirt gets into the chamber, and then if it's not firing properly, it affects the injector. And if the injector is also not working properly, it means like there will be misfire here and there. And so long as there's misfire, it means your fuel is going. Yeah. So with maintenance, let's say the air filter, the mass airflow sensor, the throttle, the valve that controls the acceleration, where it controls the air that comes into the engine. Those things all need to be serviced to save fuel. Yeah, so maintenance wise. And also, if you go to the shop and you are giving your old parts, drop it home. Or if you have things in your vehicle you won't be using, it's advisable to like leave it somewhere to save fuel. Yeah.
Kojo, we'll say a big thank you to you. But as usual, leave us with your footprints. How to find you.
Okay. We are located at Bubuashi, Vodafone Yard. It's a big yard, and we have everything there, from sprayer, body workers, gearbox specialists. I don't like talking about gearbox because it comes with a whole lot of stress. Electricians, mechanics, and upholstery people. And my number is 0244 640727. Should I repeat? No, sure. Yeah, so my contact is 0244 640727. Yeah, so let me say hi to my guys.
You should.
Yeah, Senyo. Yeah, Senyo is one senior electrician. For him, he's good at touch. Yeah. And Adams is my, let me say, my
right hand man.
My right hand man. Yeah. And all our guys there, Kofi, Kasim, and the rest. Yeah.
But I would argue that the easiest way to find you is on your Facebook page.
Oh yeah.
There's so much there. This man he's got loads of information. Kojo Kyle, Kiel. Yeah. It comes from Ezekiel.
Yes.
So find Kojo Kyle on Facebook and then get more insights and knowledge about vehicles or anything automobile.
Yeah, sure.
He's a great consultant, so he's checking out Kojo Kyle, Kojo for Kojo, and the Kyle is Kiel, drawn from Ezekiel. So if you know Ezekiel, you just go for only the Kiel. Kojo, thank you so much. I know you're a busy man, so we'll let you go. Any special song? You don't even have time to enjoy music.
Oh yeah, I do sometimes.
What's your kind of music?
Country.
Country?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. We'll do some country for you. You want to say?
Wife.
Wifey!
Yeah.
Yes.
Celestine.
Celestine.
yeah.
Celestine, thank you for this brainy man. He's so brainy. You can just look at the vehicle and tell you, begin to diagnose it. Kudika is an automotive diagnosis or automotive technician. He deals with everything in your vehicle. Find him, Kojo, Kojo, Kiel, Facebook. And he's very, very welcoming, very accommodating. He also offers special services like consulting for you to buy a new vehicle or a used vehicle. He's the man you need to check them for you. And he has the right network. And Kojo's segment is always on every Wednesday, right here on Starr Drive. Every Wednesday.